Hi friends! If you click to check out my most recent additions to my Chikuhodo powder brush collection, the differences, what to use them for, what skin types they are best for, then please keep on watching. Hi, I'm Alicia. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. And if you are returning, well, thank you for visiting me again. Kinkysweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I'm a fitness professional who loves things on movement and booty. If you want to check out what I do in between the makeups, you can head over to my Instagram. First of all, a huge thank you to Fude Beauty. They're not sponsoring this video. However, I would like to go through the timeline between Fude Beauty and I. Initially, when I was starting to talk about a lot of Chikuhodo brushes, people were buying them from Fude Beauty and they were asking me, hey Alicia, do you have an affiliate link or an affiliate code? I told them no, but I asked Fude Beauty if they were maybe in the works of creating an affiliate program. They weren't at the time. However, a lot of y'all were buying Fude brushes up the wazoo. And of course, I have to thank you guys for your support in emailing Fude Beauty to say, hey, Alicia recommended these brushes to me. I just wanted to let you know the reason why I'm dropping this amount of money is because of her influence. It's not my fault though, friends. It's not my fault. With that said, fam, I just want to thank you so much for having my back and for letting Fude Beauty know that I had helped you buy these brushes and deciding which ones to get, so that eventually they did create an affiliate program. So a lot of the links that you see in my previous videos, those links with the asterisk and the FB in the parentheses stands for the Fude Beauty affiliate link. I do get a commission anytime you use that link to buy anything from fudebeauty.com. And if you're wondering, like, what is Fude Beauty? What is Fude Beauty? They are an online retailer that imports directly from Japan. So they make the shopping experience a little more streamlined. And I really love how the website is designed and laid out. It makes it very easy to navigate. They have all the brushes there with all the different hair fiber profiles. You can convert the currency on the website, so you don't have to go from yen to USD, as well as what best task the brush should be used for. And they have all the Chikuhodo lines, including the new Kazan line that I think is inspired by this brush set that was like over $2,000 that is no longer available, but the squirrel hair is Kazan squirrel. It has a slight wave to it, but we'll get to it when we get to that brush. It's quite special. But at the time when Fude was starting to create their affiliate program, they were like, Alicia, we just want to thank you for the support you have shown us, for talking about our website on your channel. I'm like, no problem. They had decided to give me not only one, but two of the MK edition brushes. This is the MKKO, which has the special edition koi design on the handle, and it is a matte magenta hot pink. Like, I cannot. Thank you, Fude Beauty. The other one we have here is the special edition MKUM with the sakura tree and the full moon with the soft black finish. And this, I mean, these two brushes are to die for. So thank you so much, Fude Beauty, for gifting these. They are exquisite. I didn't even want to use them, but I did. The star of the show has to be the newest addition to the Chikuhodo line, the Kazan line. Look at this freaking brush. So this is a very special brush. It's one of their top tier premium lines that was added to the site. The Chikuhodo Kazan series. This is the KZ01 powder brush. You can see that it's etched here on the handle, and I believe this is a special type of wood, but we'll get deeper into the details when we go into each brush's profile. Alongside those brushes, I have the queen, the P8 powder brush that is highly coveted, and when it gets sold out, you gotta wait a while because it's a very rare fiber. I have the Chikuhodo F01 powder brush made with fox hair. We also have the well-loved still, I mean, these two are very close to my heart, the Chikuhodo Z9 powder brush, as well as the Chikuhodo Z1. One is round, one is oval, but we'll get into the shapes later. And I just wanted to talk about each brush, their fiber profile, their task profile, and also to give you a little guidance in terms of you cannot buy all of them, because I understand they're very expensive. Which one will be best for your makeup routine or your skin type? With that said, why don't we come in a little closer. That's enough. I want to get into the star of the show, friends, the Kazan brush. This brush is just magnificent in its construction, in its design. You have the shiny black ferrule with the wood handle and the special Kazan bristles. I am on the site. Well, let me just start by saying, I should have said this in the beginning. I have a few Chikuhodo videos on my channel. I always want to start by saying, when you see these prices and you wonder, what is the big deal? Natural hair brushes that are made in Japan are vastly different from brushes that are made elsewhere. Primary difference is the fact that these fibers are left intact, meaning the end of the fiber, they're not cut to create the shape of the brush. In fact, highly skilled artisans in Kumano, Japan, which is where these brush makers primarily reside, they hand bundle all the bristles by themselves. They shape them with their hands to dictate the brush's task. They don't rely on cutting, they don't rely on machinery to make these brushes. And that's what determines the performance of the brush and just that price tag. Anything that's handmade versus machine made is going to be just much more expensive. So when you see these prices and you're not familiar with that, I can understand that reaction in like, why are you even talking about a brush? And I'm gonna say, this brush is $240. And if you've never heard of Fude in your life, you've never heard of Chikuhodo in your life, you see this brush, sure, it might look like a brush that is cheaper in terms of shape and size. And if you don't know anything about Chikuhodo, again, I could understand that reaction. But when you realize and understand the craftsmanship that goes into creating these brushes, then everything starts to make sense, right? And again, there's different grades of fiber. You have high grade goat hair, you got low grade goat hair, and how it's made, and also the workmanship of the handles, it all contributes to the price. Now, this brush in particular, this is from the Omari Honor series. They all have this same design and they all look exquisite. And when Fude Beauty reached out to ask if I wanted to try it, I just was like, I was dead. Floored. Couldn't believe it. Thank you so much, Fude Beauty. Delicate, soft, and slightly wavy Kazan squirrel bristles are excellent for powder application. Brushes that use hair this long are extremely rare. Okay. The airy tips give a soft and natural finish. The Chikuhodo Kazan Omari Honor series is the newest release by the prestigious Japanese Kumano Fude makeup brush artisans. Kazan Brown Squirrel is known for its fine, silky hair. The handle is made out of dark brown granadillo, which has a beautiful grain and smooth, elegant finish. If you look close up at this wood, dude, this is so magnificently beautiful. It just feels luxurious, but it's not just the name. I can't stress that enough. You're not just paying for a name. If you decide to buy this or any Chikuhodo brush, you are buying legacy, you are buying craftsmanship, you are buying a world, okay? This is not just about Chikuhodo's name that you're buying. This is really, I mean, they fully invest their heart, souls, and spirits into making these brushes. And this is what you get. When you hold one of these and you use them, you will understand immediately and you will feel the difference. I did. When I use a natural hair brush from whatever other brand that was not made in Japan, that was not handmade, that was machine made and laser cut, when you brush this against your skin, you see how the fibers just move together in unison. There's no like jagged, rough, angled pathways here. It goes shoo, and it just slides over the skin like you would not even believe. This is just exquisite. It is beyond exquisite. You have a ferrule that's oval, so that's going to dictate the shape of the brush. I did not wash these yet, and I asked Fude Beauty, and Chikuhodo said that they wash the brushes before they pack them. So if you don't wish to wash them when you receive them, you don't have to, but I would recommend that you do. I still am, so I could get the full fluffed out potential, so I could get the true shape of the brush, because right now the bristles are a little tight, so I want it a little more fluffy, and I'll show you that definitely when I wash these suckers. The next brush is the MKKO. This is from their Maki-E series, which they have special design handles. This is again the Carp Design Maki-E series. Comes in this beautiful matte magenta color. This stunning new brush by Chikuhodo is a collaboration between artist Hideki Kimura. My apologies, fam. I believe it's pronounced Hideki Kimura, not Hideki. Let me know down below in the comments. And Yamanaka Maki-E. The handle features Kimura's carp motif embossed in gold and colors on the handle. Carpfish are called koi in Japanese and are very symbolic in the culture. They represent luck, prosperity, and good fortune. Enjoy the soft and smooth touch of bristles made of 100% of the finest gray squirrel. This freaking, look at just the glow. There's a glow to this brush because of how the handle is designed, and just look at the actual design. It is just, and then you have the oval here. Again, this is another oval brush. The bristles are slightly longer, more so than I feel. You know what? I just realized I forgot a brush. Here's my other Maki-E brush with the sakura branches here on the handle. This I feel compared to the, well, I think the KO maybe has slightly less bristles than this one here. They both have an oval ferrule, so they're not completely round, but I think this has a little more, this has a little less. But they definitely remind me of each other. This I feel is just ideal not only for powder but also for bronzer as well, because again of the oval ferrule. You could even strike some highlighter here because it's slightly tapered, so you can place your highlighter right there, strike it right on the cheekbone, and you're good to go. Even though it's a powder brush, you know what I'm saying? The next one up, oh, this one is just, oh my God. The MKUM. I think this is a plum tree. The one I just showed you is the MK2 Cherry Blossom brush. This is one that I bought from Beautylish, I think a few years ago. My goodness, it has been that long. The MKUM Plum Powder Brush. The stunning new brush from Chikuhodo is made with 100% ash squirrel bristles. Ash squirrel. Completed with a handle of plum blossoms in Yamanaka Shiki lacquer work. Compared with some other premium Chikuhodo powder brushes, the bristles are a little shorter, which increases the density so you can enjoy a firm and smooth touch. Because they are very delicate, the brush is recommended for loose powders and lightly pressed powders. Okay, that makes sense, because when I was brushing this against my hand in the B-roll, I felt that there was a little bit of pushback, and you can see that the bristles are slightly shorter. Now, many of you have speculated that the MKUM is the same as the Year of the Rat brush, the collaboration with Beautylish. They both definitely remind me of each other, but I think the Year of the Rat brush doesn't have as much taper as the MKUM, don't you think? I feel this one comes up a little more round, and the Year of the Rat brush is a little more wide. It could be also I didn't wash this one, so maybe if I did, but I think they're different brushes, fam. I could be wrong. I'll report back to you on that. And the brush shape, yes, it is a little more firm. So this could be really great for the press and roll method that a lot of artists use with this brush, but because it's shorter bristled and a little more dense, it might pick up a little more powder. So just keep an eye on that if you typically don't like to apply a ton of loose powder. So those are the newest addition to my Chikuhodo collection. I just wanted to quickly go over the ones that I had shown before. This is the Chikuhodo F01 brush. This is the Fox series brush. The handle is a lot lighter, but the fox hair, I would say the primary difference for me with fox hair and squirrel is that the fox hair brushes just feel so plush. There's so many bristles in each brush. For instance, this is the F03. This is the slightly smaller design compared to the powder brush in the collection. Even though it's smaller, it still feels plush. They pack so many bristles in here. like, oh my gosh, but they feel so soft and bouncy on the skin almost. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced in the brush, even with my Z series brushes. Back to the Z series brushes, these are like the creme de la creme, like one of the highest tiers in the Chikuhodo line. The Z1 is round and I think it's ideal for buffing makeup after everything's been applied, for also applying loose powder, for bronzer application, even blush, why not? I think even though it's labeled as a powder brush, you most certainly can use it to pat down like a very light dusting veil of color on the cheeks. With the Z9, many of you had asked Z9 or Z1 and I'm like, oh, that's so hard. I love the Z9. I do. I think the Z9 is so special because there's a whip to it while it's still tapered, which makes it ideal for bronzer. I actually really love this for bronzer. It just gets it right into the hollows of the cheekbones, but with loose powder application, there's a wispiness to it that I feel lays down the powder so beautifully. It melts into the skin. There's no texture left behind. Everything just together. I don't know what this word is, but that's what's happening on my face. And the P8. The P8 is a brush that for me, the main task is not only loose powder application, but the buff. When everything has been applied and you want everything to just melt, I mean, do you see this skin? Do you see the skin? I have 2 bronzers, liquid highlighter, everything. Blush, everything. Concealer, foundation, everything. Now let's talk about what the bristles are. What are they meant for? Fude Beauty was so nice to reach out to Chikuhodo because I had asked, a lot of you guys were asking like which brush is best for me. So they translated the answer. So grateful. We don't recommend brushes based on any skin type aside from sensitivity, as there are other factors that impact the suitability of a brush for various skin types, such as the skin condition and the cosmetics used. For customers with sensitive skin, we recommend brushes with the softest bristles, such as gray, blue squirrel, and silver fox. Those would be any of the Maki-E series brushes that I showed and the Z series brushes. So this is squirrel, the Z1 and the Z9, the MKKO, the Kazan, the Fox. Goat hair is what's used with a lot of Wayne's brushes. Well, his anniversary or the first collection set was made out of blue squirrel. Sonia does undyed, dyed goat hair. So those brushes, although as soft as they are, they're not as soft as blue, gray squirrel, and Fox. Aside from skin sensitivity, we suggest the types of brushes based on the look and functionality that customers desire. If a customer wants a natural look with sheer coverage, we recommend gray blue squirrel, silver fox, Kazan squirrel, and gray squirrel goat hair blend, Sokoho or Psychoho. If it's a blend, I have a brush like that. That's blue squirrel and goat, and it is so soft. So you get the grab from the goat, but the softness from the squirrel, and it is just perfect. If a customer however prefers full coverage, then Sokoho goat hair is recommended. So any of the Sonia G brushes, for instance, any goat hair brush that usually comes undyed. So if you see a bristle that's white, most likely it is a goat hair, and that's what's going to deliver more coverage than blue squirrel and or Kazan squirrel or fox. Now specifically about the Kazan bristles, the unique characteristic of Kazan squirrel hair is that it has a slight wave to it compared to gray squirrel, which creates a soft, airy touch and bouncy quality. It's true, there's like a lightness. The bristles are dancing on my skin, friends. That's all I need. That's all you need to know, okay? It's somewhere between gray squirrel bristles and a combination of gray squirrel and goat hair. So that's really interesting because I have both gray blue squirrel and squirrel goat hair blend. It is exactly in the middle. It's not, I mean, it's still soft, but it has that pickup as well. And there is a slight weight. I don't know if you can see it compared to, let's say, the Z1 brush, that there is a slight wave to it, and the colors of the fibers are different too. There's like this dual tone in the bristles. It's absolutely gorgeous. The other brush I want to get is the Chikuhodo brush. Oh my gosh, it is one of the most plush type of brushes I have seen in my life. It just looks like a pom-pom that I just want to squish on my face. This one right here. The Chikuhodo Silver Fox Powder Brush. The Chikuhodo, excuse me. The SF001. That brush is just, oh my goodness. Look how many bristles are in the ferrule. Look how many, look at the price. Forget, you're like, Alicia, did you see the price? It is crazy beautiful. That's on my radar. Okay. The rest of the Kazan brushes, oh, have you seen these? Look at that one, and then look at that one. I want all of them. These are permanent, I believe. They're not limited edition. They are definitely on my wish list because I had invested in my new setup. I most definitely need to wait until I make another major Chikuhodo purchase. As Chikuhodo said, depending on the finish you want from your makeup will determine what brush you want to buy. If you do have sensitive skin, as they recommended, definitely stick to Blue Squirrel, Kazan Squirrel, or the Fox. And when it comes down to it, it all depends on what design you like. So this is such a beautiful lightweight design. I love the grooves on the handle and the green matte finish with that natural wood finish on the handle. I think it's just such a beautiful combination. The Z series brushes are just classic, right? Shiny black, ferrule and handle. It just feels heavy. It just feels luxurious. So if you definitely want to go that route, I understand. And of course, any of the Maki-E series brushes, they just feel so special. Like, I don't know if I'll ever use this as much as my Fox or Z series brushes. It's just so pretty though to use, you know what I'm saying? And the Kazan is just unlike anything I have ever used in my life. It's just so soft and beautiful. Like, I can't stop. There's nothing to explain. There's nothing to explain. When you feel this brush on your skin, you will immediately understand, especially if you use other brushes, the caliber this brush presents. I have to get the whole thing. There is non-negotiable. I'm not going to get it now, but I will eventually. Those are all my Chikuhodo powder brushes. Hopefully this video helped in you deciding if any of these were on your radar, fam, and you were trying to figure out, okay, why is this bristle this and that? What does it do differently from that bristle? Maybe now you could decide on what brush is best for your makeup routine. You do not need all of these brushes. Any of these brushes will do in terms of your loose powder application, so setting your foundation as well as buffing. If you tend to use a bigger fluffy brush for your bronzer application, you most certainly can use any of these for bronzer. Even for blush, why not? If I wanted to use my Kazan brush and just dab, look at me. Cheeks ready, you most certainly can take that route. And I think that's what I love about Fude brushes, specifically Chikuhodo ones, is that they're so multifunctional. You don't need 1,000 brushes for your face routine. You just need one good brush that's the perfect size for your face shape, and you can make it happen. You can, again, make the setting happen, the bronzer happen, the cheeks happen, whatever. And of course, depending on the fiber will determine what type of finish that fiber leaves behind. So if you're looking for a lighter application of makeup, then definitely go with the blue gray squirrel, fox, or even Kazan squirrel. If you want more fuller coverage, like Chikuhodo said, Sokoho or Psychoho goat hair, typically the bristles that are undyed will then put on a little more product than the dyed bristles, or the ones that are squirrel or fox, because there are some dyed goat hair bristles. So do make sure that you read the brush's description to make sure you're getting the right one. P8 wanted to say goodbye before we ended the video. Okay, I'm done. Let me know what you're thinking down below if you had your eye on any of these brushes. And again, a huge thank you to Fude Beauty for sending me the Kazan, the MKKO, as well as the MKUM brushes from the Maki-E series. I am so thankful for you guys, and thank you for creating your affiliate program. Just makes me grateful beyond measure. So thank you so much. And of course, thank you, Frenz, for your support, for your emails, for writing, and letting the brands know that I do have an impact on you. I know I have an impact on, you're like, you have an impact on my wallet too, Alicia. Excuse me. If you're thinking about buying Chikuhodo brushes, brushes. If you had your eye on any of these, let me know down below. I'll be more than happy to help. And Fude Beauty is very responsive on their IG as well. So if you had any questions about any of the brushes that they sell on their site, they'll be more than happy to answer those as well. All the brushes that I mentioned in this video will be listed down below with their respective affiliate link. And of course, when you do click it, it does support me and this channel. It supports this blurry background, okay? This is all I'm saying. Thank you again, friends, and until then, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another review, tutorial, Chikuhodo brush recommendation video, monthly favorites, or nightly live chit chat. Take care, and I will see you again soon.